diverse from these other kingdoms, they had a senate. And you had to be elected to get in there. Okay, because prior to that, what was going on? It was passed on father to son, mainly a kingdomship, a monarchy. That's what I was looking for. Go ahead,
Going back into it, Daniel 7:20, going to the point, it says, and of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell.
Right, so the 10 horns has been modified to the EU. The 3 that fell is talking about who? Spain, the British, and the French. Okay? And then prior, and after that, you have what? Go ahead, bro.
It says, even of that horn, they had eyes and a mouth that spake very great things.
Right, and this horn is talking about America. Going into a kingdom of power, of rulership. Okay? And it has eyes. Meaning what? It has a president. Okay? It has presidents. Okay? That runs this business. That runs this corporation. Go ahead.
Whose look was more stout than his fellow.
Based on what? Its military might. Okay? And it has what? It controls the dollar. So it controls the dollar, and America has a strong military presence. Okay? So that's the reason why Trump can huff and puff at these other EU nations. Or tell them, well, look, I'm only going to be y'all niggas got to fall back. All right?
Trying to raise up the GDP. Well, it's already set up at 2%. Right, you're gonna raise it at 5% now.
Exactly.
They want them to contribute, more to NATO. Because really NATO is just a shell of the power. The EU is just a shell of the power. It's not actual power until America gets involved.
And why was NATO created?
To combat Russia. USSR.
Yeah,
Soviet.
That's right. Soviet.
And now that Trump said that NATO has outlived its purpose, man. Because the USSR dissolved, okay, when the Lord put the spirit on people back in the USSR spirit. But NATO served no purpose as being a buffer, all right, to the EU. That's why they got to constantly lean on America, man. See, Esau power structure has got so comfortable with America, just dominating the earth, that they start putting effort into their military. They start putting effort into their economy like that, man.
So who's been putting it in?
Yeah, America. Which on the flip side, America has the luxury of just printing paper money. They can print money that isn't backed by anything. No one else has that luxury but America with these fiat currencies, man. So they've been able to have a military budget. They can just pull a military budget out their ass, man. $900 billion, close to $1 trillion a year that they can spend. These other nations can't do that because they don't have the luxury of being the Federal Reserve currency of the world. But America can because the world depends on their currency. You see? So that's been the advantage that America has. Okay? So what you're seeing now is this whole economic system and this whole military system, military industrial complex system set up by America, it has been weaponized against the earth. And that's what's going to make the earth turn on the horse.
And got that Article 5, going to the alliance between these NATO members.
Yeah.
So now Trump, he's reneging off of this NATO, the Article 5, which goes into like any particular NATO member get attacked, and everybody get involved, including America. So now these other countries, they get pissed off with Trump, with that proud statement that he made. He criticized him about the GDP, situation. So what is that fulfilling? Revelation 17:15. These shall hate the horn. We're going to the 10 horns and the beast.
Okay. It's back into it. Revelation 17:16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast.
Again, the 10 horn of what? The EU. Okay, those 10 vessel states. And meaning what EU pushes what they believe in the doctrine of pagan Rome. And America's Rome all over again. All right, so that ideology of pagan Rome, these EU nations is down with them. Okay, these are your modern day vassal states. Go ahead, bro.
It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked.
And Trump is giving these other countries, these EU nations, every reason to hate the whore. Okay? Now remember, America is what? That harlot. Okay, that whore. Go ahead.
And it says, and shall eat the and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire.
Meaning what? These EU nations eventually is going to turn on America. Okay, they will send fire, nuclear capability, nuclear destruction upon America, man.
And America start that shit. Like the whole war in Ukraine, America provoked that shit by weaponizing, okay, or putting arms in Ukraine. So it was NATO and America that caused that shit to go down. They caused Russia to invade Ukraine, you know? And Putin was really just been a special military operation because they could wipe the floor with Ukraine, but really a lot of those Ukrainians are nothing but Russians, man. Because you got to imagine, like if you in like America, let's just say they say Texas ain't part of America anymore. It doesn't mean that those people that live in Texas ain't your cousins and brothers no more. You know, they just on paper it's not America. So that's how it is with Ukraine. So they was once part of Russia. Those are mostly Russian people. You know, because Putin really going against that corrupt government in Ukraine, which is backed by Western powers, including America, man. And you listen to Trump, it's like Zelensky started this shit by itself. So now it's on him. America started that shit, man. America is the cause of every conflict in the earth. America through the CIA is the cause of every conflict that we see going on in the earth, man. You know? Yeah.
It's Jeremiah 51:24 in NLT. I will repay Babylon and the people of Babylonia for all the wrong they have done to my people in Jerusalem.
America is also modern day Babylon. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. I will repay Babylon and the people of Babylonia for all the wrong they have done to my people in Jerusalem. And we're saying in Isaiah, this is the controversy in Zion. So why everything is occurring right now, it's these end-time biblical prophecies, is because these other nations, mainly Esau, Edom, touch the made people. They touch the apple of the Most High's eye, referring to the biblical Israelites. So all these things occurring right now. Trump making enemies with the EU nation, the different allies, NATO. It's all because of controversy in Zion. It said the Lord Yahweh, look, O mighty mountain, destroyer of the earth. And according to Isaiah, it goes into how America is known as the hammer of the earth. And once you go to the word hammer, it goes into like a devastator. Look how America has overwhelmed and ruined these other nations. We didn't want to meet eye to eye with America's democracy. They'll demonize them or they'll put economic sanctions upon them.
Right. You use the hammer to destroy. You use the hammer to destroy, to break up stuff, like break up concrete, break up buildings, I said use the hammer to break up stuff. Break up concrete, break up buildings. Yeah, the hammer of the earth.
Like the atomic bombings with Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1948, you know what I'm saying it was? Could be off the year. Look at the catastrophe it caused to those people in Japan, those Japanese cities. And also you had those economic sanctions that happened with Cuba. That's the Cuba blockade, where America blocked all their trade and commerce to Cuba and struck them with tourism and things of that sort. So America can economically strangle these other nations, Yep. So going back right here to Jeremiah 51 and 23, I think it was. Yeah, 24. I'll jump to 25. Look, O mighty mountain, destroyer of the earth, I am your enemy.
Because America is a mighty mountain. Wanted to what? A kingdom, a great kingdom, a government. Go ahead.
Yep. It says, look, O mighty mountain, destroyer of the earth, I am your enemy, said the Lord Yahweh. I will raise my fist against you to knock you down from the heights.
Right. And what's the fist of the Most High? Yahushua. Okay, Yahushua is the fist of the Most High. Go ahead.
It's Isaiah 40:10. Behold, the Lord Yahweh will come with strong hand, his arm shall rule for him.
So what's the arm of the Most High? Is Yahushua. Okay, Yahushua is the right-hand man of the Most High. Go ahead.
Behold, his reward is with him, his work before him.
Right, so the reward, because what? You have the elect will receive what? Salvation, and you have the non-elect will receive judgment, as well as these other nations begin with Esau. Right?
Okay, so back in Jeremiah 51:25, look, O mighty mountain, destroyer of the earth, I am your enemy, said the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. I will raise my fist against you to knock you down from the heights. When I am finished,
And the heights is what your rulership, your dominion, your kingdom, your place of authority, man.
Hey, but the shot, hey, SpaceX just fucking exploded. SpaceX just fucking exploded. That Apostle Hart got the thumbnail. You know, it was time for camp. But he was like chariots surrounding SpaceX before it exploded, man. Come on, man. And I want to say those brothers from the Bahamas. I could be wrong in the location, but brothers from the Bahamas, they watching the chariots, man, like flying. What do you call it? Like comets.
Yeah, almost like debris.
Yeah, like looking like debris, man. Come on, man. And because read the last verse again.
and also just just back up, the Hiroshima and Nagasaki going to those atomic bombs happened in 1945.
See, man, you motherfuckers been so sheltered in America, you don't know how much havoc Esau has caused overseas. Esau was like King Mun. Them niggas will go to another state, drop bodies, they come back and chill with you. So Esau, with his military, he'll cause havoc throughout the world. But meanwhile, America draws securely. Do you know what Esau, the so-called white man, has done to the planet Earth within the past, what, 300 years? Do you know how the ecosystem is fucked up? How you have actual earthly human beings malnourished. Billions of people on this planet that are fucking malnourished, man. They had that movie, The Hills Have Eyes, which was an exaggeration of the aftermath of the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, man. You born with radiation problems, man. Come on, man. You got it, bro.
Yeah, they said like years after those atomic bombings in Japan, like the cancer rates has increased, higher than normal rates,
Because of the radiation.
due to that radiation. Do you really think that these other nations, along with their different kings of these other nations, forgot what America has done years ago? That's still new in their mindset. So,
Okay, in Revelation 6:4, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
Esau Edom. And it started ultimately during the Renaissance period, the rebirth. That's when he really took power from the earth. All right, when he really just really stripped the earth, man. All right.
And that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword.
World War I, World War II, millions upon millions of Edomites, white on white crime, so-called white on white crime, which is really red on red crime, man. See, you had World War I, World War II, all right, you had the Vietnam War. Come on, man.
that's right.
You had all these different conflicts, man.
Revelation 9:12, one woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter.
Two woes. Just going back to that sword,
World War II and III.
It's like, and just going back to that sword in Revelation with the 6 and 4, it's going to like a sword. It's like an instrument can be used for violence. Going to Esau's national blessing, which is the sword, the gun, his military might. Going to his, that's why by grade going to like it can be transitioned to many fashions and forms. Like you said, like his pharmaceuticals, his tongue going to his propaganda,
Processed food.
his processed food,
Democracy,
democracy,
Chemtrails.
feminism, like that Babylonian wine.
black culture.
Black culture is a sword, man.
Westernization as a whole.
It's a fucking sword, man.
Bro, I thought about you. I started to see you the video last weekend. I think the guy, he was somewhere in Europe, boy. But anyway, he's on a bus out there just rapping Lil Wayne lyrics. And you should have seen how everybody was looking at him, bro. I mean, he was very vulgar and everything. But it was like unheard of, but that's black culture. But that goes to show you how that love potion is spread throughout the four corners of the world.
Yeah, because when you sip that Babylonian wine, it's not good for your well-being. It's toxic. And it has spread throughout the four corners of the world,
Yep.
So back in Jeremiah 51:25 in NLT, look, a mighty mountain, destroyer of the earth.
Almighty government, the Western Empire, destroyer of the earth, man. And you gotta look at the planet Earth from the eyes of the king, from Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. See, Esau wants to paint a picture of himself and make you look at him based on the picture that he painted of himself. Who is Esau Edom to the Most High, man? How does the Most High look at feminism? How does the Most High look at black culture? How does the Most High look at Christianity, man? How does the Most High look at democracy, man? Western thought, man. All right, we got it.
And all that has negatively affected these other nations.
Yeah.
They're going to like an unwise king destroy his people. That's Esau Edom, hands down, man.
Even literally, destroying the earth, man, with the chemtrails. It's causing like no flourishing of fruits, vegetables. You know what I'm saying? The way they would be in abundance normally, man. You look how fruits and vegetables, wild, just fruits and vegetables in the forest, man, like 15, 20 years ago was in abundance, man. You would find a plum tree, an apple tree, blackberry vines in the woods, man. You can eat, you can damn near walk through the woods and have just a full belly, man. But now with the chemtrails, man, you will have a whole, just a big spot of vines with nothing on it, man. And I mean, I know this for a fact because where we at, I go on our pasture, man, just a briar patch, a blackberry briar patch with no blackberries on it.
But Chucky, Child's Play,
right?
He wants you to depend on him for food.
Yeah.
He wants you to go through his corporate system for food, man.
Yeah.
Well, like you breaking it down, the planet Earth is supposed to have abundance, man.
Right.
But damn Child's Play, Chucky, he wants your ass to depend on his weird ass, man.
Right. And then he abused the earth by not respecting the Sabbath, man. He always drilling. Man, I was just coming down here, man, down Highway 12. Man, that motherfucker, if they done cut down all the trees, man, just slaughtering this place, man. But see, this is the devil. This is what he do, man. He has no regard for life, man. Whether it's animals, people, plants, vegetation, himself.
And going back to his sword again, his propaganda machine, this mainstream media, what he keep propagating about climate control. But it's due to that deforestation.
Yep.
Cloud seeding. Going to all these chemicals you were spreading in the air.
I think a lot of that when
So look, O mighty mountain, destroyer of the earth, I am your enemy, said the Lord Yahweh.
And that's what got my attention, man. The Most High said, I am your enemy. Now, what just happened about yesterday, was it, or earlier this morning? SpaceX just got destroyed. It exploded. But the other Apostle Hart had it in the thumbnail. It was surrounded by chariots before it exploded, man. Let's go, man.
You know what happened.
I am your enemy.
They gonna move, man.
Our
They
enemy.
gotta move.
Hey, come, bro. Our enemy has an enemy. See, Esau wants you to think that he's the end all, be all.
That's right.
Meaning there's no other existence outside of his realm.
The end of the world.
The end of the world,
the
man.
end of the world.
So this is the end of your world. All right?
I will raise my fists against you to knock you down from the heights. When I am finished, you will be nothing but a heap of burnt rubble.
So if you ball your fist and you hit somebody, you're coming with power.
Yep.
And the power of Yahweh is who? His right hand. Yahweh Shah is the power of Yahweh, man.
That's right.
So when he come back, it's like the Most High crunching up his fist, man.
Hey, and the elect too, he said we are his battle axe up in the war. Now that you mentioned it, get your scripture right here, bro.
This is Jeremiah 49, verse 10. But I have made Esau bare.
Yep.
I have uncovered his secret place.
Can I say something going? Also, cloud seed. Hey, your development of black culture, the sea shot, the chip. We know all these things. The transatlantic slave trade. Everything you've done to spur yourself to the top. How you worship Satan. How you worship Satan. How you get down in the dark, we have the light now.
Because we got elders, older brothers breaking down, like messing with children and all that left hand shit. It really works for Esau.
Yes, it does.
So now that puts missing children in America in the context.
Right.
So if messing with children and sodomizing children actually empowers them on the left hand side, that would explain the tens of thousands of children missing in America. Child sacrifices, child molestation.
As a point, that was a big thing in the 80s. You remember that? It was always a child in those milk cartons, Or you go to your local grocery store, you saw kids' faces at the post office, missing kids' faces. You know what I'm saying?
I remember this shit early 90s. I'm like 3-4 years old.
So by the Lord making Esau bare, like within every sector, like on social media, you got somebody covering some part of Esau's wickedness, bringing it out to the forefront more and more. Like we go into like the introverted couples in Hollywood, going to these transgender people, a lot of them, broadcast to the public like they're one sex, but in actuality, they're the opposite sex.
Yeah.
So you got people covering that matter of wickedness. Like go to even like the barrel, which is a small level of wickedness, and you have people covering that, like
That's
they
it.
do.
That's it.
So Lord got everything covered. He's revealing everything to the light of to Esau's wickedness.
I'm gonna bring this out, character assassination.
Yeah.
You would have one guy in the industry, his character gets killed off, but he's playing multiple roles, man. And they showed you that shit in Family Guy.
And Pastor Torrey, he was one of the very first people I heard ever bring it out to the forefront.
Yeah.
They'll bring about Alex Jones,
Right.
who he was, and his
Bill
Hicks.
Hicks.
You know. So that's very prevalent
Hey,
in
I'm
Hollywood.
okay parking right
Yeah,
here.
you're good,
Okay,
you're
I'm
good.
not blocking anything.
No, you're good.
Okay, I'm meeting some coworkers.
It's probably that way.
Names
Some
and faces.
lawyer attorney stuff.
Names and faces.
Oh, I don't know.
That's gonna be down there. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It's gonna be that little turnaround. He's gonna keep you straight.
Okay, I'm gonna call them back. I'm so sorry.
It's
Just want to
all
make sure I would block.
Good.
No problem.
Safe
Y'all
travel.
have a good night.
You too.
I walk in the wrong club.
He shut.
See, that boy spiritual. He should.
He brought us back in the spirit. Can you blame us?
He shall not be able.
Let's go get the scriptures out.
My bad, bro.
That's so fucking stupid. Hey, class is sexy, man. Let's fuck all that big ass shit, bro. Like, class is sexy, bro. But what was that class and like respect and shit?
Ever since I seen your face, all I've been thinking about your face.
Should have told her that, bro.
But now I want you to send me home.
Block your families.
That's part of the waking up too, though.
Mhm.
Hey, Skipper said when I was a child, I thought as a child. I understood as a child. When I became a man, I put away childish things. When I was an adolescent, so to speak, 11, 12 years old, you just got turned on by big booty black women.
That's it, man.
It's
The flesh.
The flesh.
Flesh.
You know, you didn't care nothing about she thick. The stuff you was looking at on the internet,
Yeah.
back in the day, there weren't no videos on the internet. It was just websites. You remember BET Uncut?
Yeah.
So Esau has conditioned you to go after the big booty Judah. You know, in that movie Atlanta, Big Booty Judah? Yeah, it's ATL. It's called ATL.
Yeah.
Big Booty Judah. Big Booty Judy.
Yeah.
But and when you become cultured, you look for them subtle feminine qualities, class and etiquette.
Sexy.
Yeah, a woman is fit. You put fit over thick.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So pleasant, bro. It ain't always about big.
That's it.
So even though Edomite came up, Edom never talked like that.
No.
So it would that's kingdom ready right there, bro.
And what was the attributes of Susanna in the Apocrypha? You go to how she was very soft
Yeah.
and beauteous, you know? So that's what we look forward to, man. That's what we look into.
I
bring more to the table than a big ass.
Yeah, because when you break it down, you can pay for it.
Right.
But the average size of Eve back in the 60s was 120 pounds. Back in the 1960s, Kevin Samuels first brought it out. The average weight of a so-called black woman was 120 pounds.
Right? Argue with that, just go on, look at Soul Train. Look at those women's fit. Look how their shape was.
It wouldn't have got that far with Eve. So like, Eve would have came and just left, just went. She wouldn't have said excuse me. Am I in the way? None of that. She would have said thank you. Would have said thank you. 99.9% of would have just, you know what I'm saying, been just oblivious to the fact that they could have possibly been in the way, man. But you know, fuck, it's Babylon, man. We can't expect much more out of it.
But you know what I realized? She might have came out there on purpose, her being a woman. Hey guys, am I good? Cause hey, we're handsome.
Yeah, you good.
She's a pretty woman, but we're so. You know how women they find little ways to, you know. Yeah.
And she seen masculinity, man.
Yeah.
You know, so.
But hey, you got it, brother.
Yeah, she come back.
Hey, so you didn't like what you saw? Okay, good. Hey, teacher, so he in the spirit. Hey, he on the clock. He on the clock. We can't talk about that right now.
This is Jeremiah 49 verse 10. But I have made Esau bare.
Yeah, because like the elder was saying, hey, how did you make Esau bare? Hey, these whistleblowers, these insiders, that was once a part of the circle, now they're outside of the circle. And the bees, spilling the bees, wrote a whole book, made movies called Eyes Wide Shut for one, exposing those secret freaky parties. See, Diddy is just a scapegoat.
That's it, bro.
It's not that Diddy didn't do it. Diddy did it,
Diddy did it.
but he's a scapegoat, man. He's there. Let's put Diddy on the forefront to really have the shit that we've been doing before Diddy even existed.
Right,
And they
right.
use him to reel him in.
Yep.
To reel him in because of his notoriety.
Yep.
Because he wasn't the only one in the parties, man.
Right.
Esau was there too.
Because why is Epstein kind of faded to black? What happened to him?
Right.
What about that movie producer, man?
We were,
Can't think his damn
I
name.
think it was,
That's the one that made
That's my shit.
Yeah. But why is his situation done faded to black? You know, they when they get exposed, they still have the power to, you know what I'm saying, shuffle the cards, if you will. That's why you got your Diddy out there. You had your R. Kelly, your Bill Cosby. They always blanket Esau when they do shit to get your mind off of it, man. But nevertheless, Stanley, there you go.
right. So look, and this is Esau's reality. So imagine if Cain had rulership. If Cain could have it his way, like the Lauryn Hill song "I Rule the World," it was a hypothetical situation by Nas explaining how the world would be if it was a rulership.
Right.
So imagine if Cain came into power. If Cain came into power, he'll paint Abel as the lowlife.
Yeah.
So that's what Cain is doing now.
Right.
He's painting Abel as the lowlife.
Right. Hey, just to jump off the subject, you said we were handsome men, right?
Yeah.
And this is going into the account with Judith, and when basically Holofernes, who was the captain of, I think he was the captain of Nebuchadnezzar. But anyway, this is the point. It states, Salakia.
He was a Syrian general.
He was a Syrian general, but I forgot who was the king at that time. But anyway, this is the point though. Judith, chapter 10 and 19. They were greatly impressed by her beauty and wondered what kind of people the Israelites were, who have contempt for people whose women are so beautiful. They asked one another, "We had better kill all the men, or else these Jews will be able to charm the whole world."
Hey, I just caught that, bro.
Yeah.
But that's the nature of Jake. Hey, Jake is charismatic, man. Jake is charming, man. Smooth operator. Jake has the gift of gab, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Salt.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Jake has the gift of gab, man. Hey, man. Hey, come on, man.
See that I was in the spirit the whole time.
Yeah, man. But hey, the chest, bro.
I got one. Folks, I'm saying I got one. What do you got now?
Go ahead, Lamar.
Okay. This is that's one, bro. This is more to that. Okay, so like,
Let's go. Let's go.
you good?
Yeah,
Hey, a man's going is of the Most High, man.
That's right.
The Most High brought her here for a reason. You know what I mean?
This Ecclesiastes chapter 14, starting at verse 5. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. There is none worse than he that envieth himself, and this is the recompense of his wickedness. And if he doeth good, who doeth it will he doeth it unwillingly.
Yep.
And at the last he declare his wickedness.
Hey, because even when Esau does good, it was unintentional, man. Internet, man. All right? That wasn't meant to work against him.
No.
See, the internet is a third-party entity that actually paints a picture of Esau without Esau being the painter. See, the media is Esau painting a picture of reality.
Right.
The internet, all right, social media, and just different forms of the internet, that's a reality, that's a painter outside of Esau. So there's somebody else really, Yahweh Bahashim al-Shai, painting a picture of Esau,
The Lord's gallery.
Yeah, because before the internet, only Esau could paint the picture of himself, man. How will we know about the, hey, I remember, man, 2005, maybe 2006, I was looking up black Jews on the internet because somebody had told me what we were. There was no information on it that I could find. This was like 2005, right? And now, fast forward, the internet is bombarded with the information of who we are. Because when I looked it up, YouTube wasn't existing at that time. And I'm only saying all that to say that just within the span of 20 years, there's a whole other media platform that gives you the truth outside of what Esau can control, man. You see what power shift is happening in the world, man?
Yeah.
And also, that king, he was right. It's Nebuchadnezzar.
Nebuchadnezzar?
It was Nebuchadnezzar.
Back you up. Psalm 19:1. The heavens declare the glory of the Most High Yahweh, and the firmament show his handiwork.
How does the heavens declare his glory, man? The satellite. It's sending those signals to your cell phone, to your laptop, your tablet, man. All right?
Day unto day uttereth speech.
Because you can pull up a GMS video at any given time of the day. Hey, bro, you got early morning brothers that do videos early morning. You got brothers, late midnight brothers. They going live 2 o'clock in the morning. The apostles teaching every week, man.
Then you got brothers in different time zones in other countries. Come on, man. So it's literally day by day, throughout the whole day and night.
And I just found out, I don't know how long it's been, but Mississippi has become a fire squad state. So where like they can kill you immediately. Like if you're guilty of capital punishment, you can be victim of fire squad. I think it's like fire squad because they made it. It's guillotine, electrocution, fire squad. But Mississippi is one of them states. Now, what chess pieces is Esau moving around to where Trump wants to make public execution or speedily execution, all right, lawful? What the fuck he got in his back pocket, man? Because this word right here, man. This word right here, man. Let's go, man.
Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge.
Yep.
There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard.
You got brothers prophesizing in sign language.
That's right.
You got brothers prophesizing in sign language, man. You got brothers prophesizing in German, all right? Only thing you understand from certain brothers is the name of the Heavenly Father when they say it, man. So that's a war attack against Esau either. Because once again, Esau literally is the God of this world. He's like the eyes from Wizard of Oz. But now, through the Spirit, most I use that Toto to expose eyes, man. So now somebody else is saying, "Oh, this not really him. Right. He ain't that guy. You got it, bro."
That's highlighting everything you're saying. This is the book of Luke, chapter 12, starting at verse 2. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known.
Nothing covered that should not be revealed, man. Come on, man. And you still finding out shit he did in slavery.
Exactly, bro.
You still finding out shit he did in slavery, man.
Right.
You find out this nigga was eating slaves. He was eating Jake, man.
Yeah.
See, this nigga there he go deflecting. He'll put that shit on Ham, and he'll tell you with the swiftness that Ham is a cannibalist, man.
Yeah.
But this nigga was eating Hebrew slaves,
But
man.
you do the same philosophies but modified.
Yep.
Yeah, that's like I say that he does everything that him did as far as like the different gods. You know, he just transforming Greco-Roman gods and names.
Yeah.
But what him was doing back then,
Right.
cannibalism,
All that shit goes back to him.
homosexuality, everything.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but back in the day, didn't they used to say George Washington had wooden teeth? But come to find out, he has teeth of slaves, man. You know?
Now you got chairs. The chairs, right, with their upholstery, and the cushion is actually made of Negro hair.
Yeah.
So they actually got motherfucking chairs. You can Google this, man. And we're down here in the state of Mississippi, man.
But they had plantations going as early as 1970 something in certain places in Mississippi and in Louisiana. You still have active plantations in the 70s, man. Look it up.
Hey, come on, bro. Hey, like Kenner, Louisiana.
Yeah.
That's named after a slave owner down there in Louisiana, man. Man, fuck y'all, man. But those chairs, a lot of furniture was really made with Jake's woolly hair. They used it as like cotton. So Keisha, all that, they was taking that, cutting their hair. So that's why I believe a lot of Israelite men don't like going to hospitals. She'll go with a swiftness, but that Jake man, because it's that post-traumatic slave syndrome, I believe.
It's embedded.
It's embedded in you. Don't you know, hey, who has the highest mortality rate going to the hospital?
Because when you do the percentage, it was so many babies that lost their lives based on Edomite doctors, man. Look it up. That's slaying the secret.
That's slaying the secret.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna deliver your baby, but at the same time frame, you're sabotaging the something. You'll sabotage that event where the baby will die.
Cause you know what I learned about you motherfuckers, man. Edomites, especially them damn doctors, they don't see your ass as human.
Nah.
Especially if your ass low income, your ass poor, and you going to the Edomite doctors, and y'all niggas think they God anyway. Y'all think they're the Most High anyway. The Edomite doctors don't look at you like a human, fam. You know? That's why I speak as a man. If you got health insurance and shit, go and get you a Jake nurse practitioner. You know, somebody that you can seek is like that personal motherfucker, man. A West African Jake Elam, you know, or just straight Jake nurse practitioner. At least they see you as human. Keep it Jake, man.
I got you, bro.
All right.
And Job 31. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision.
And you look up that word younger, it goes back to indignance.
That's right.
So you judge people based off their status, man. But the Most High judge people based off their morals, man.
There you go.
All right.
There you go.
You're a nation of people. Our forefathers would have looked at this American shit like he's a fucking degenerate, man. You would have saw BET, MTV. He would have saw World Star Hip Hop. He would have said, man, these are some fucking degenerates, man.
That's right.
All right, younger than I. You know.
That's right. Back in the scripture, have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have sent with the dogs in my flock.
Cause you nasty. But you was always the ones with the bestiality thing going on, man. Esau, man. You into humping animals, man. All right, your women are too. One thing about Esau, you know, man, you're amoral, man.
Like, see, they nasty, man. You watch some of the videos, man. They talk about it in the washcloths. They'll take a bath or a shower every 2-3 weeks.
And they'll be millionaires.
Yeah, man. Like, that's disgusting, man.
Yeah, exactly. This is what I had in mind.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Well, bro, we low income. A lot of us shout. One thing about Jake is house trained.
Watch that ass.
You gonna wash that ass, man. Yeah, man.
I had a little more on it.
But Esau take a shit, don't wash his hands. Am I right? Esau take a shit, don't wash his hands.
Right, man. That's it.
And he don't give a
Why
damn.
not
You be the
Jake?
public bathroom, and this nigga walk out the urinal
Yeah.
and walk straight out the fucking bathroom.
But he's painted a picture of himself as being pristine,
Right.
holy,
Right.
upstanding,
Noble.
noble. So he got everybody else looking at but he got Abel. He got everybody looking at the sons of Jacob like, man, this nigga, this low life.
Right.
This nigga, you know.
Like, didn't they show that on one of Central Entertainment movies, like that family vacation movie? He went to the to the restroom. There was a dude using the bathroom, I think like number 2. And it was like one of the cooks that was in that restaurant. And he just walked straight out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So argument takes life, man.
Yeah, right.
Just a family vacation.
Something like that. And they had the other with Martin, you know what I'm saying? When he was like a bank robber or something, when he was in the bench, he seen Esau down there scratching himself, man, then smelling his hand. It just went on out, man, trying to shake his hand. He just like hugged him. Like, you know what? Esau, man, they just some nasty motherfuckers, man.
They uncivilized, man.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Jeremiah 49 verse 10. But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret place, and he shall not be able to hide himself.
Y'all remember that movie, that rap song, Shorty Wanna Ride With Me with Young Buck? I remember the end of the video, they kept opening up different doors, and one of the doors was basically leaks with a monopoly board.
Right.
It was conspiring to basically take over the world. Yeah. So the director of the video put it in his video. You got it.
We thought it hidden in plain sight.
Hide in plain sight.
His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not.
Yeah.
Leave thy fatherless
And so his seed is spoiled. And then look what he does to these other nations, man. By the way of his military. Go ahead, bro.
Leave thy fatherless children, I'll preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. But thus said the Lord,
That's from
behold,
a spiritual sense. Ye that are fatherless. And what else it say, bro? Read that again, bro.
leave thy fatherless
You
children.
say ye or leave?
Leave.
Okay.
Leave thy father's children, I'll preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me.
Right. So that's what we do. We're trusting Yahweh Hashem, right? Because hey, we can be symbolic for what? Women as well. Okay? The wives of Yahweh Shah. Go ahead, bro.
But thus said the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have surely drunken.
Talking about us. Because remember, we was beautified by the law, statutes, and the commandments. We sinned against the Most High. And therefore, look at our present condition.
And if I can just add, like the apostle always break it down, because of we sin, we're supposed to go through slavery. But like that shit that happened after slavery, that wasn't supposed to happen.
You overdid. You overkilled. You furthered it.
Because you was supposed to tell us who we were, send us back to our land. None of that shit, man.
Because that was morally right. When you got a child, not saying, of course, not saying he's not a child, but anyway, when you do the discipline, you know what I'm saying, you would let them know what they did wrong so they can correct themselves in most cases. But see, Esau had us at a chokehold, and you know what the scripture say, because thou hast not hated blood. And when he got that taste of blood, man, he lost his shit, man. And he just kept continuing on further the affliction, man, just doing some complete immoral shit, man, to the nation of Israel. Buck breaking, man. You know, cutting our children out the stomachs of their mothers, man. You know, using our children as gator bait. You know, like they'll bring it out. You know, using the hair for cushions and shit. You know, that using our children as footstools because you talking about you getting some kind of energy from the child and shit, man. You know, you devils got a lot coming, man.
So after he did all those horrible things, you know, enslavement, then he just threw us up out there in society instead of some broken function out there. Right. You know, that's why Jake's so traumatized nowadays, man. Because of the effects of slavery. We go to about that, how the Lord's going to cure that, you know, that, get that right quick, the disease, going to that sore, the petrifying sore.
Yeah. Then there's another one, Jeremiah 30.
It's another too.
Art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished?
Right, so you have to pay for what you did, sirs. Okay, you took it in blood, you gotta get it back in blood. You know what goes up must come down. Continue, bro.
Thou shalt not go unpunished.
You will not go unpunished. So judgment day is coming on you. And how do we know? Hey, the signs. The signs of the times. Go ahead.
But thou shalt surely drink of it.
Yeah, and what you gonna drink of? Hey, go ahead. You said what about?
Wrath poured without measure.
That's right. That's right. Lamentations chapter 4, verse 21. Slavery. And you're gonna drink it double. Go ahead, bro. That was it.
I got a quick one.
Okay.
Jeremiah 30 and 12. For thus saith Yahweh, thy bruise is incurable.
Talking about slavery, right? And at the same time, from the mindset that comes with slavery. Because although we're physically out of those chains, but look at the trauma that we sustain.
Our psyche has been affected.
Our psyche is done.
When we came here, we received a thing called culture shock.
That's right.
You know, we got disoriented, you know, by our natural way, which was the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High Yahweh. And you know, we came and got assimilated with Esau's culture.
I'm glad you said. That's what I was thinking about, how we got assimilated to Esau's culture, man. We supposed to be kings and priests, but we want to live life after the pattern of the so-called white man.
Yep.
You know, monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah, one brother. Yeah, still. Oh, he was on.
Bring up what I just said. I just want to quote it. This Revelation chapter 14, verse 10. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without measure.
That's for you to take that chip. Okay? That's for you to take that mark. Okay, you got to get it in blood too. Because guess what? This great city of America will become what? That lake of fire. Also known as the second death. And also the Edomites. Okay, so if you take it, it doesn't matter. You still going to receive that judgment, man, for being a wicked. Go ahead, man.
To the cup of his indignation.
Right, and what's indignation? Indignation means what? Righteous anger. So it's the Most High's justice, great judgment, is righteousness for him to bring this upon these niggas, man.
And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone.
And what's going to cause that? By way of Yahweh Shai, that concentrated fire, laser beams from the chariot, like the priest is saying, and also what? Nuclear destruction. Okay, why do you think these nuclear physicists made those nuclear missiles? Okay, it was for the judgment day of Esau. Go ahead, bro.
In the presence of the holy angels.
Right, so Yahushua is going to be looking. And the elect Yahushua is going to be looking. Because guess what? Those chariots or that fellowship has what? Windows. Windows. And you're at home. Go ahead.
And in the presence of the Lamb.
Right, and in the presence of the Lamb. Go ahead.
And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever.
Meaning what? Does that mean forever and ever? No. That means that we're going to be talking about this great event for a long period of time, for the rest of our lives.
Just as we do each.
Just
what he said. We would no longer speak of the Most High who delivered the children of Israel, the nation of Israel, but he that delivered them out of the north.
Yeah, you can.
And to back you up, the scripture says Sodom and Gomorrah burned forever and ever, but there's no place that's constantly on fire. No, this is just a memorial. Each time someone say Sodom and Gomorrah, what they think about? That bitch being on fire.
That's it. And then, like you heard about timeless music. Music from the 70s. So that doesn't mean it stopped aging. It just means that you still talk about it. It's relevant. So this event that's coming, the destruction of America, the second death, hey, that's going to be timeless. Meaning we will always reference that event in some form, some fashion, some way.
Yeah, like you just speaking, like says some heathens in the kingdom of heaven trying to get out of hand. Hey, remember Sodom and Gomorrah? Remember America?
Yeah.
Remember, Babylon.
And we're going to be telling our kids.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because remember, we're never done. Huh? So they got to get a story too.
Hey, if I can just add, will you hold something, bro?
Go ahead, bro. I got a couple. Go ahead.
No, what's that in Baruch? How it says that how enemies like was basically drinking, saying cast forth thy beauty. They was drinking, but they had us conquered. They had us on the ship. They know they did not have Negroes on their ship. They know they did not have Hamites on their ship. They had prince of the power on their ship. And the reason why we know that, because the name that you have, it was, I heard a brother say it, and I looked up the names, it's mockery of you being basically sons of Yahweh Bahashim Shai. All right, because it tells, what did the Most High tell our forefather Abraham? King shall come forth of thy loins, right? So if you look up this scripture, I want a brother to look up the word Leroy. These are common Negro names, right? American Negro names. Leroy, Elroy, Roy. A brother can look up the word Errol. Old school names. Showing you who Esau had coming overseas, man. It's actually a Leroy. That's a good one, though. That's Leroy. All right.
Yeah, so the name Earl comes from the Old English word Eor, which means nobleman or warrior.
So like James Earl Jones. But a lot of old school Jakes, they had those divine names. Like Earl goes back to nobleman or warrior. All right? So these ain't just some regular Negro names, man.
It said Earl is a British boy's name of Anglo-Saxon
And Judge, son of Isaac.
Germanic origin.
Now, what did it say in Genesis? And kings shall come forth at our Lord. All right, so we had these names in England, I reckon. All right, did you get that, Leroy?
Yeah, Leroy. Yeah. This is Leroy in Google. The name Leroy is a French name that means the king.
The king. So anything with Roy in it, Roy goes back to royal. Like, we know people whose name is Roy.
Bruce Leroy.
Yeah.
He was the master.
Yep.
It was French origins.
Yep. Because Jake was in France. Jake was in Britain. See?
Because it says it comes from, let me read it. The name Leroy comes from the old French word Lee and Roy, which means the and king.
Yep.
So like this said, Bruce Leroy,
And that's how you know Southern Kingdom, Judah, that's just the tribe of kings.
Yeah.
Like Judah, that's just the tribe of kings, man.
There's a lot of Leroy in Judah.
Yeah, there's a lot of Leroys in Judah, man. Yep. They was tall and shit. Yeah, Leroy, Earl. And a lot of Eve got names that go back to royalty, man. All right? Most out show you keep these tools, man. If you can get that in Genesis, you can get back to the program. And kings can come out of our loins.
Genesis 17.
See, this is showing you the most high. I mean, Esau knew a lot. Esau knew who he had in those shackles, man. He knew he was getting over, man. He knew who we were historically.
It says right here, Arthur, which derived from the Celtic roots. His name means Bear King, or King of Bears. About the legendary King Arthur.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Another name, Brandon.
Well, they had this show after on PBS. Well, I believe that was about Jake. It's somebody was breaking it down like that was really like so-called black characters. It was really making fun of, you know. All right.
Brandon is a masculine name of British Welsh and Norse origins with plenty of medieval vibes. It is an anglicized version of the old Slovakian. It is an anglicized version of the old Irish name Brianna, which itself is said to be derived from the old Welsh word Brianna, translated to prince.
So Brandon translates into prince.
Darius,
You know.
Frederick.
That was out here. That's spirit. I got Frederick right here.
Let's go.
Frederick is a masculine given name meaning peaceful ruler.
Peaceful ruler, man. Come on, man.
Now Esau love when you name your child Mercedes.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Sade and shit.
Lexus.
Lex.
Alizé.
Alizé.
And I'll say ruler, meaning ruler or power.
And names carry vibration, man.
It's an omen.
Yeah, like Matthew 1:21. They name him Yahushua, for he shall save his people. Name prediction of it's basically based on the personality of your child, man. The character of that man, his personality. The character of that woman, her personality. So names have vibration. But then you niggas will name your child Damon or Damon. That goes back to demon. You gotta be careful, man.
I sold my soul to the devil when I was
Christ
young.
was cheap.
It said Derek, changed to Derek or Derek by Flemish immigrants who settled in England. It says that name, which means power of the tribe.
Power of the tribe. Or it's like God of the tribe. Power of the tribe. But we know local. That's another Judite name.
Derek still exists in this day.
Yeah, Derek still exists, man.
My homeboy, yeah, he carries himself like that too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But he like he a similar.
Oh yeah.
I think
So look, man. But these Judite names, man. All right, now you got it, bro. Let's go, bro.
I just thought, let me put my oldest brother name in. His name Bert. Bert is short for Burton or Albert. It is a rare name meaning noble and bright.
All these noble names coming up.
and they simple names. You
Yeah.
never thought they carried that much power, man.
You see how the Most High had it high in plain sight?
Yeah, bro.
Bert.
Earl, Roy, Leroy.
Yeah, you thought it was regular Negro name
Right.
from the 60s.
Exactly.
Yeah, name right here, Idris, the popular actor
Idris
Idris
Elba.
Elba. It says it means like a king, an ardent lord.
Did he carry himself like
Yeah,
that?
you see, got the arrogant walk, the
He
swagger.
do, man.
The word ardent goes into like passionate, somebody very enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Idris Elba.
That's the definition for Jeremiah. When he said he wasn't going to prophesy anymore. And basically how the Most High just ignited his spirit. Where he forgot the word for it, but he had that word. What's it called? Ardent?
Ardent.
Ardent. Where it actually in the definition it had ardor. But it was passion. It was spelled ARDOUR. Passionate. Zealous.
You got something, bro?
Yeah, you want that precept, bro.
This is Genesis chapter 35, verse 11. And the Most High said unto him, I am Yahweh Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply.
Hey, he said be fruitful and multiply. That's why Jake is so fucking charming and charismatic. He animates women. He brings women to life, man. But that's part of this is gift of being fruitful. Because the ultimate goal is to reproduce himself through those women. All right?
And remember that precept I brought in Judith. And see, that was going on with the captain or the general Holofernes. He made men under him said, look, if we don't do something about these Jews, they're going to charm the entire world. So we always had swag.
Hey, because a man is the husbandman, right?
Right,
The woman is the earth.
right.
What happened when Jake traveled abroad?
They flock.
Yeah, he plants.
He plants.
Plants.
He plants and plucks. Right?
A nation and company of nations shall be of thee,
Yep.
and kings shall come out of thy loins.
A angelic sons of Isaac.
That's right, bro.
But we lit up Europe.
Yeah.
We really brought Middle Eastern culture to Europe. Because Middle Eastern culture is not just turbans and tents. We brought that nobility standard in Europe. We went to how the story goes historically. Through the Crusades, we went back to the Middle East, and we brought that Middle Eastern culture back to Europe. So that's where France actually got their culture from the Middle East. The concept of class, etiquette, it's kind of like hard to imagine, right?
No, not really.
Because, well, let's say if we had naysayers, right?
Yeah.
Let's get the GNT, the Book of Sirach, the 41st chapter, because you know where it says the thing you should be ashamed of.
Right.
This is reaching your hand on the table. The GNT is something like the elbow on the table. So it goes back to etiquette. We'll get there right quick. All right, you got it, bro. Let's get that preview.
This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 13. Ye are the salt of the earth. But if the salt has lost his savor, where shall it be salted?
Hey, speaking of salt on the earth, you got that Dodge Charger, right? But it's two-tone. Like the front part is like a different color. Who does that with their cars, man? And we down south, you know what Jake used to do with their Crown Vics? Like paint them all type of colors, put them on big ass rims, TVs in them. You know what? Yeah, put TVs in them, man.
GMS logos, weird shit.
Yeah,
Sound system.
system, man. You know why though? You know why? Because that Jake is an angel. When that woman used a special telescope to capture the chariots out of space, it was like Jake in Europe when they had their face on the flag as the Moors. It'd be because like when she captured the faces of the angels, it looked like elder men. It looked like me. They look like Elroy. They look like Leroy. Yeah, with all white beards, but it's like their faces outside the chariot. You see, it looks like Jake driving with a drop top. You see, so on earth, I hate to say, on earth as it is in heaven, so to speak. You know, like Jake is ostentatious, man, and pompous. The loud music, Jake is pompous, man.
Even when you look at the Northern Kingdom, man, they low riders. You know, they put the beautiful arcs on it and stuff, man. You know, everybody just don't do that, man. You have other countries that adopt that type of style, man. But you know, the Northern Kingdom be getting down with that art on them low riders and stuff, man. Hitting switches.
Yeah.
You know, that's not something that, you know, these other nations are just naturally charismatic to do, man.
That's how you know where you come from.
Now, so you think about like the artwork with the Aztecs,
Yeah.
the Mayans,
Is it 41?
the Incas. They was known for that artwork too.
Yeah.
Just back it up. That's how you know it's in the same people.
Same freaking people, man. Same freaking and Gad was flamboyant with those feathers, man. Because flamboyant really just means flame. And if you ever go to a powwow, Jake is and Gad does his dance, he has his attire. It's like a walking flame. You know, he's arranged all those feathers and he does his dance. It's like it's like he's like a dancing flame, man. You know? Ash. You know?
Well, what's another key word, man?
It's the chapter where it talks about these things you should be ashamed of. It might be the beginning of 42, bro. You know? But Jake is the salt of the earth, like the brother brought out in the scripture. Salt goes back to flavor. You season it. All right? Imagine, look at basketball footage from the 1930s. They had Jake in there, man. I dare you to watch that whole game. I bet you can't watch that whole game. You know, yep. Go ahead, bro. No fish point.
I was gonna say when you don't have salt to your food, what they call it?
Bland.
It's bland. It's plain. Jake, he brings systems. He brings flavor. He brings styles. He brings all these things that flavor up, that are you know, make things right, better, you know, with his lifestyle. But you know, now that we under you know, Esau vibration, you know, they're in wickedness, but still look, the world looks at them and copies them.
You know, you used to have Edomite cooking shows, come on, like those, you know, ABC programming or ABC.
Mm.
Now you see Jake doing it on social media, like on
Right.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Look how much that done blew up nowadays, man. Those cooking channels, especially if it's a Jake cooking channel, you know, everybody gonna flock to it.
Another little footnote too, going into salt preserves, man. You know, so that's why, you know, a lot of the customs, the things we do from the ancient days up to now, is still within our DNA, man, because that salt is preserved, man. You know, it's just in our spirit, if that makes any sense.
I think back in ancient Rome, there was a salary. There was salary go back to the word salt. That's how people got paid wages in that time. It was by salt.
Sirach 41:19.
Have you ever been around the old Edomites? They don't move. They don't have no type of flavor when they talk.
Yeah.
It just be dry and like soulless.
Yeah, you get this rapper by the name of ASAP Ferg. You know what I'm talking about? And he was talking about being amongst the water. He was talking about being amongst upper echelon Edomites, right? He was like, you wouldn't want to be around because they're boring as fuck. He was like, they looking at us like these people are dope. Like they're lively. Jake at the barbershop, Jake at the family union at the cookout. But if you're amongst them, you'll be bored, man. Because they don't have anything. And they don't have anything. That's why they buy things to compensate for not having soul, for not having soul like you was going into, man. They might have things, but they don't have a soul, man.
And then even when they have those possessions, they still don't rock it like Jake.
Nope.
You know, like you said, going to that song.
Man, Jacob wore something from Walmart, TJ Maxx. By the time he put it on, you would have sworn it was some expensive type stuff, man.
You see the Edomite in a Jeep Wrangler,
Yeah.
when you see a Jake in a Jeep Wrangler,
Two different Jeep
Jake,
Wranglers.
it hit different, man.
Yeah.
That's right,
You know?
Jake can take the doors off there.
Yeah.
Yep. The way Jake sit down when he drives,
Yeah.
Lean
Jake,
over.
yeah. Like he hide from somebody while he's driving, man. See it all the way back.
The police.
Oh, yeah, good point. You saw what Jake did with fitty caps?
Yeah.
Mind you, a fitty cap is just for baseball.
Oh, yeah.
A fitty,
Style this shit out.
yeah, a fitty cap is for baseball players. You saw the fuck Jake did with a Yankee hat, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Wearing backwards.
yeah.
Trick it out.
George was supposed to be playing in the gym.
Right.
You were supposed to hit the streets with a pair of Jordans on, man. Jake, you see?
And that man been retired, what, 20, 30 years almost?
Hell yeah.
And then I got another question. How the hell did T.I. get that damn skull cap to sit on the head? Right.
Oh,
Making rubber bands faint. Jacob walk around. Well, they do this in high school when we was in high school.
Yeah.
Jacob put rubber bands on, man, and walk around in style. Fucking rubber bands,
Nigga,
man.
Soldier Boy had a rubber band necklace. You know, that shit went popular, man, back then. 2006, 7.
2007, 2008.
Jake,
And this 2 Samuel 7:23. And what one nation in the earth is like thy people, even like Israel, whom the Most High went to redeem for a people to himself, and to make him a name, and to do for you great
So I'm gonna
things.
say this: if we have a style like this on earth, imagine the Most High Yahweh Shai. Imagine how the heaven look, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, the creativity comes from the Most High, right? The Creator. So imagine him, bro. And we ain't even locked in yet. This is low level shit. Wait to the kingdom, bro.
Because even places like Dubai, you gotta maintenance that shit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, you gotta maintenance that shit, man. It ain't really, yeah. In the kingdom, man, and they hadn't even tricked out the gemstones of the earth.
Right.
See, to speak about the gemstones of the earth, man, lapis lazuli and jasper and opal, all those things, man. You know, really royal colors, man.
And this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 41 and 19. Before your neighbors, be ashamed of theft.
Yep.
Be ashamed of breaking a promise.
Because in royal culture, in noble culture, within that is shame culture. So part of being a nobleman, there are certain things you're supposed to have shame in. All right? So you're supposed to be ashamed of stealing, ashamed of theft, man. All right.
Yeah. Be ashamed of breaking a promise of leaning on the dinner table with your elbows.
Wait a minute. When was that written?
That's right.
The book of Sirach was written what, 300 BC?
I think so.
So, because Esau like to have the credit for having class
Right.
and etiquette. Yeah. No,
Civilization started with him.
yeah. This is around 300 BC, and it said, and our forefathers saying, be ashamed of having your elbow on the table when you eat.
That's right.
You got a brother in the camp. He was raised not to have his elbow on the table, man. They really came from him though. His people, man.
Right.
So, just showing you, Jake, based on his book I read, Jake went back to the Middle East and brought the same standards to Europe, particularly France. And France set precedent of etiquette in the rest of the known world, and in the rest of the European world.
It's like the beacon.
The beacon of it, man.
Beacon is saying.
Yeah.
And so back in the scripture, man, this is hard. Be ashamed of breaking the promise, of leaning on the dinner table with your elbows, of stinginess when you are asked for something, of not returning a greeting. So even if a person say hello to you, you're supposed to speak back to that person.
Hey, because you know what?
Right.
You feel weird when they don't.
Right.
Hey, you ever had somebody speak to you, or you thought they were speaking to you, and they're speaking to the person behind you?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Shit, oh,
Yeah.
You run that back.
Yeah, I read it bad, bro. So it states, be ashamed of breaking a promise, of leaning on the dinner table with your elbows, of stinginess when you are asked for something, of not returning a greeting, of staring at a prostitute.
yeah. All on IG, all on Facebook, just staring at hoes all day.
Right.
You know?
But we can keep all the laws perfect.
Right.
You can't.
Right.
If you
Right.
can't tell me you never got enchanted about it on social media, man.
You ain't lying.
Come on, man.
You ain't lying.
Because the reason why I said be ashamed of staring at a prostitute, because you're going to go from staring to paying.
That's it.
And in the book of Sirach, the 9th chapter, it tell you like you'll lose your inheritance over that pussy, man.
You'll go broke.
You'll go broke over that pussy, man. Because you're going to always have to bust a nut.
You ain't.
So that's a never-ending addiction, man.
That shit like a dope game.
It's like a dope game.
Yeah. You gonna add to it, bro?
I was gonna say, I know I was broke, like, talking to people, like somebody say, hey, I don't know. I'm gone.
Hey, now that you mention it, you ever walk to the store, somebody blowing their horn at you, the hood Jake come out of you like, you gotta look first before you speak. So like now we know, like, you just throw your hand up, man. But we are in the cold world now.
Yeah.
It's a cold world out there. But,
That's one thing our father did. He was like, yo, you speak to people.
yeah.
Hold your hand up there, you speak. Like, if they ain't speak back, hold your hand up.
But, well, in me being a Jake in America, you learn people have scale your ass, man. So it's best for you to break the ice.
Yeah.
So it's best for you to show that, look, I'm civil. I'm not a fucking monster. You know?
Put your guards down a little taste.
Yeah, so if they choose to be an asshole, cool. But at least you initiate the peace first. You know? You're not gonna fucking bite your neck off, man. Let's go.
This is, you had some more on that, bro? This is First Peter chapter 2, verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood.
A royal, Roy, Elroy,
There you go.
you know?
And holy nation,
Yeah.
a peculiar people.
We was just talking about dancing, how we did the fitted caps, how we rock our Jordans, how we do our cars. Hey, how our women wear their hair. Even the hood rats, like in the late 90s, you remember that song, What You Need, Boy? I Need a Hot Girl.
Yeah.
How hood chicks wear their shit, their hair and shit. But how Eve rocked the afro, Jake rocked the afro. Hey, when you watch Jake on Soul Train, that was like a dancing bird. When you watch Jake in the 70s and all that stuff he was doing,
Break dancing.
yeah. Look at there's a particular bird species called the birds of paradise. And it's these male birds doing mating season, they get in front of a female bird and they do an enchanting dance. And it enchants the female. But that's how Jake dances, like a bird, like the birds of paradise.
Yeah.
Like a bird of it. Yeah.
Like a silent conversation sometimes.
Yeah, like a solid couple. Wow, that's heavy, man.
Back in the scripture, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praise of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
Yep.
And like, say, man, hey, the Lord brought us in this truth. The Lord doesn't give us salt. We're the nation of people that everybody wants to be. The elites trying to offset prophecy so they can have the birthright. I mean, the Lord has given us so much of very little that we're going to receive in the kingdom of heaven, and you guys still got our people who just don't want to get right, man. But again, that's cool though, man. It make it better for us, man. But you know what I'm saying? We give praise out by Shimi Shah for all that he has done and the mercy he is showing us, man. And operations out with those men, we continue to receive that, man. Because like the elders is going into, look what we got on this side, man, when it just comes to having all that salt, man. So in the kingdom of heaven, come on, man.
Because the scripture says, you know, man is honored in poverty. How much more riches, man? So from a certain perspective, we're honored in poverty.
Yeah.
Because everybody still admires Jamie Foxx. They admire Michael Jordan. They admire Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
You know, Mariah Carey, LeBron James. That's in poverty.
Yeah.
They're still getting paid by their enemy.
Yeah.
So they're just privileged slaves.
That's it.
But how much more we're going to be in a paradigm is going to change too. An athlete and a singer is not going to be at the top of our nation. Now the judges, the prophets are going to be at the top of our nation, man. Under King Yahushua, King David, the 12 apostles, it is going to be that body that he led.
It makes sense, but the scripture goes into that he is last,
Yeah.
should be first.
Yep.
You know, like you said, the entertainers, the our people, they first right now in this society.
Yep.
But the creators, you know, the innovators, you know, more so the prophets, you know, they're gonna be first in the kingdom of heaven very soon.
Yep, and yeah, because right now our working Jake is overlooked, and ultimately, the first should be last, and the last should be first. And at least being first right now, we're gonna be last in the kingdom, and our nation is gonna be first, man. You know, we're not gonna have that nigger cloud hanging over us where you see a Jake, a regular Jake, you just automatically don't respect him. The Jake walk this earth is not respected. You're 30s, 40s, 50 years old, and people just look at you like you're. You know? The same thing with women. A woman is decent, she's virtually invisible. When you get you a Harlem like Sexy Red and you're popular, but anybody told so? Right?
This is John chapter 3, verse 19. And this is the condemnation that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light because their deeds were evil.
Yep, hey, they love darkness rather than light because their deeds was evil. What's the name? Barabbas? The man that was crucified next to the house shot?
Yeah.
Barabbas?
Rabbits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember the free Barabbas?
You said crucified like on the cross?
So it was crucified next to your house.
Oh,
no.
no. I'm thinking about one of the leaders.
When we was on trial, you know, they it was either Barabbas
He was
or
exempt
Al-Shad.
from crucifixion. But what's his name?
Barabbas.
Barabbas. I'm sorry. Yeah, he right. But Jake loved the nigga, man. Jake they love the nigga energy, man. They think this shit is like appealing, man. You know why? Because they love Satan, man. But Jake lives in the flesh. And if you live in the flesh, you're gonna love people who live after the flesh. If you live after the flesh, you're gonna admire people who live after the flesh, or you're gonna admire people that's bold enough to live after the flesh. Because people look at like a nigga like, oh, he's bold, like a Gucci Mane, King Von, bold. The shit that you deeply willing to do, they actually do it.
That's why they do the complete opposite of that scripture you brought up. You know, they when someone speak, they'll look them in their face, not answer.
Yep.
You know, they'll stare at your woman while you right there.
Yep.
You know, just straight disrespectful and backwards.
Jake is straight up disrespectful, but he's always disrespectful like that to other Jakes. Because hey, I'm gonna let you get the scripture quick.
Everyone that does evil hated the light, neither come to the light, lest his deed shall be reproved.
So this society is shifting more to the left day by day.
Day by day.
You see more and more people, especially more of our people, they gravitate, you know, that type of darkness, man. So the majority of our people you see through the spirit right now, they hate light. Look how many people pass by the different camps all across America, throughout the world. You know? So they passing by that light day by day. And very soon, Yahushua is going to turn off that light. And it's about removing the prophets from these street corners. You know?
Yeah, when he turn off that light, man, that's the end of that warning.
Yeah.
And at the end of the warning, judgment is coming, man.
They say Isaiah 24 chapter should be a crying for wine in the streets. People gonna be seeking for this divine knowledge right now. And like we're just going into how like our people gravitate more toward, that young nigga, going to Barabbas. Just think about like on the street interviews, maybe interviewing Eve, especially on young Eves, what they say, yeah, I want my nigga thuggish. You know what I'm saying? I want like a drug dealer, a street nigga. That's what they gravitate towards.
Which go both ways.
Yeah. And why is it? Because those type of niggas, they got like a roller coaster of emotions. One minute they thuggish and so-called hard, then they emotional, So that's what Eve like, because that's not boring, to Eve. But by us being plain in spirit, by being disciplined, right there alone, that's boring to Eve. Right there.
Stable.
Yeah,
stable is boring. Discipline is boring.
Discipline is boring.
The very thing that makes you a man is boring to you.
Right.
Because you got it as a man, you can't afford to not be stable.
Eve will leave a man that's paying the bills, doing what he's supposed to do, going to work. You will leave that man because he's boring, but then you'll mess with another man who ain't working. You got to take care of him. Cheetos and empty soda cans all on the table when you come home. But that's what excites you. So by default, we know you have a fucking mental illness.
And you're the death of our nation. And I meditate on this probably more than what I should have upon. But Eve is the death of our nation. So her thought process, the outcome of her thought process is single parenthood. Yeah. The outcome, that bitch never think about a nuclear family. When you hear Eve talk about a baby, she just want a fucking baby. She never thinks about a nuclear family. That bitch think about free housing, welfare, food stamps. And when you impregnate Eve, you gave your baby over to the matriarch, man. You got no say so. In most cases, you ain't got no say so, man. But the point is, Eve's decision making is the downfall of our nation. That's why Esau put her on the top. You got it?
That's like Eve, she's like the nail to the coffin of our nation. Think about it.
Yeah. Because free doesn't mean quality. All because you got free housing, they don't mean your child going to be the quality environment. All because you got food stamps, they don't mean you can eat healthy food. All right? All because what's another one, man?
Boredom. Yeah, like look at the rise of boredom. Look at the results of boredom. You see more and more Eve now. They say they can't do it by themselves. They upload videos on social media. They crying about how they wish they would have listened to a man. All that I don't need a man sense. Now it's coming back to bite you in the ass. That shit disappearing. And the harder this society goes, you're gonna see more and more Eve, or just really women in general. They're gonna be coming to their mindset.
The sad part of a lot of that is because they at a position of discomfort, man. But some of these same women who are saying, they wish they listened to a man, you get that woman and you get her in a good position where she's comfortable in, she'll still fuck over. Yeah. Still fuck over.
Like a child.
Yeah.
She's like a child.
That's some more. Okay, I'm gonna read this over again. This is John chapter 3, verse 20. For everyone that does evil hated the light, neither come to the light.
That's two different spirits. And this world is in the spirit of Satan. And we're in the world of Yahweh Shai. All right? Go ahead, bro.
Least his deeds be reproved.
And what's your deeds? Your actions. Things you do based on your spirit, which promotes you to act like this, think like that, move like this. So when you have the prophets basically telling you niggas are going off, what do you want to do? You want to put us to death, but meanwhile, you will support a nigga like Sakari that likes to stick him up his friend. This shit is crazy. Go ahead, bro.
They don't, like you said, at least they deeds be reproved, meaning they don't want to be corrected.
That's right.
They want to stay in that folly. What that scripture say, speak up loud, speak up small things. They don't want to be corrected because they want to be told, keep on doing what you're doing. You're gonna get a blessing for being all that wickedness, doing all that wickedness.
And ultimately, Jake is wicked, man. It all boils down to Jake is wicked. Because if you had any sincerity of you, you would stop doing what the fuck you doing.
I got a quick one.
Okay. Can I bring out to you, bro? This is Ecclesiastes 25 and 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die.
Because this is something we got to push out. Esau created a fallacy. And the fallacy is the man is the one that's flawed. Mm-hmm. The man is the one that can't be trusted. The man is the one that cheats.
Right.
All right, it's not in your nature to cheat. You're just polygamous.
Right.
But in reality, woman is the one that's flawed.
Right.
The woman is the deviant. See, in America, Esau tell you that the man is the deviant. No, the woman is the deviant, man.
And, I think Jake back in the Middle Ages, they knew about that then.
Yeah.
The Tertullian, he made that statement, woman is a temple built over a sewer.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, it shows you like they know naturally by default, that's how it's really how women are in general, man. I think what they said, I gave you trust someone and really 2 times a month.
Right.
7 days, 7 days in a row, don't die.
Yeah, that's insane.
More hard to kill.
Yeah, but so a lot of guys, like if you're inexperienced, your perception of a woman is really distorted.
That's right.
Because we were all inexperienced before,
Yeah.
and you thought a woman was like more pure.
That's right.
You know, but then you get a woman in your reality, you realize she's a deviant, man.
Nothing like it.
It's a popular internet meme. They would show like Jakeem, you know, the old singer.
Yeah.
Like you put that woman first, you see how rough he looks.
Oh, Jaheem. Yeah.
Jaheem's like it. And then they'll show Too Short. He was saying like
Yeah.
youthful.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He's like in his almost 60 years old.
Yeah.
Say, yeah.
Yes.
Too Short had his first child at like 50.
Yeah.
I had a scripture to back you up when you saying how they coming out saying they can't do this without a man, they can't do it. This is Isaiah chapter 2, verse 11. The lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of man shall be bowed down, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day.
That's the standard of America. It goes into somebody get that lofty city. How the Lord's gonna bring it down. So that's because that pride go before a fall, man. The Lord, that's one of the 6 things that the Most High hate. Of course, in Proverbs the 6th chapter, He hates pride. Then you got on top of that the weaker vessel. These women, they're more proud than ever. Here you are, the most privileged ever generation of women, but at the same time, you're the most miserable generation of women. You know, that's because you're out of your element.
That's it. And you don't know why. And that's the reason why you don't know why. Because you're against your nature. You're contrary to your nature.
What's in Romans the 1st chapter? Who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie? Who fits that bill? Esau, Edom. You know?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 26, verse 5. For he bringeth down them that dwell on high, and that dwell on high, the lofty city. He laid it low. He laid it low, even to the ground. He bringeth it even to the dust.
So the them that dwell on high, first and foremost, are going to these international bankers. They are considered as the hosts of the high ones. Who have they employed to bring all this type of mischief to our nation? The women. You know? You trickling on down, you look at these women nowadays on social media, it's pretty much like an altar. You know what I'm saying? What Jake say, especially these women on social media, like, comment, subscribe.
Yep.
And by you subscribing to them, that's pretty much like you're giving them as an offering.
And the question is, what are they doing?
Yeah, it's a form of worship.
Because she just doesn't have any clothes on. That's it. And the Most High don't want you giving your energy to women like that. That's why it's something called a harlot. You just pay for it.
That's it. Be done.
Jake, in a nigga culture, if you pay for it, that's like a taboo. But you can chase hoes all day. You could personalize a hoe all day. Send me your cash out. But if you just straight up pay for it and call it a day, it's like, no, bro, you tricking. No, nigga, it's something. You tricking off your time, your energy, your attention, your dignity, your peace. This bitch could be your baby mama. You could just pay for the box, man.
Same result.
Same results, man.
And that chick, Bad Baddie, you know, it's been recent news. Since she joined OnlyFans, she had grossed $75 million. I think she's probably maybe 21 now. You know, it might be a little bit younger now, I'm not quite sure. But she done grossed over $75 million by joining OnlyFans.
Some niggas are simple.
Yeah.
And the Lord is setting all of these bitches up for failure, man. Because when this monetary system collapses, you're done, bitch. I mean, what else you gonna do? I mean, you just by the way you present yourself, or you know what I'm saying, you're what's the word when you kind of trying to set something up to buy or sell? Not in the bar. Pretty much they putting themselves out there as a marketing yourself.
Oh,
when
yeah.
you the water. When you out there marketing yourself, I mean, it's showcasing, being on display. It's the same. It's like walking down the grocery store and all they got is on every aisle is bread, man. You seen it all.
Yeah.
I mean, you have nothing that you could like. Right, everything is out there.
It's beautiful because the Lord's allowing them to do that because you have these sleeper cells in America, these foreign troops. What you think they're doing? They
all
on these
on
social media platforms. You know?
Yeah.
They see what you're doing.
Yeah.
They just wait for that moment for them to be activated by Esau Edom.
Especially those who you've been rejected. Because some of them don't try to talk to y'all, you know, rejected them. Or you don't talk bad to them on when they hit you up on your DM. They ain't forgot. What scripture says, like, the women be rappers. Yeah. A lot of y'all, hey, it's going down, man. It's going down. But see, hey, and that's why the Lord spoke with the prophets, man. I mean, you people act like y'all don't get it. But the Lord's judgment is going to be horrific, man. It's going to be unexplainable, man. It's going to be terrifying. It's going to be bloody. You know, it's going to be lamentation and woe. You know, and we go into it, man's heart failing them from the thing that's saying happened on the earth, man, brother paraphrase. You know, and this just the basis of what's going to be going on. We ain't just highlighting right at this moment what I'm saying is the shit Esau going to be doing, man. All these hybrid animals, man. You know, who the fuck Jacob be getting out of prison, insane asylum? Because when shit hit the fan, nobody's going to be trying to watch these people in these jail cells. They're going to try to get to their families, man. Yeah. These different doctors and nurses, they're not going to sit in these insane asylums and try to monitor these goddamn people. So it's going to be everybody rolling around. Every wicked, evil spirit you can think of is going to have access to whoever they cross paths with.
Yep. And the Most High going to activate those spirits that I created for vengeance.
And the elder brother Hawaii from Raleigh, North Carolina, he made a post from World Star. Said hundreds of truck driving serial killers could be roaming the highways. Some even built torture chambers inside their rigs. You know, so that type of spirit of vengeance is going to be out here. Well, it's already out here. So Lord's going to be just allowing it to manifest day by day. Because the love of many weapons, it's going to wax cold, man. Yeah. And once you go to the word cold, it goes into sukkos, which goes into psychotic. A lot of these people around here, they're mentally deranged, right? And think about when Esau cuts off this society, these people can't get their meds. It's going to be either one demonic, figures upon them, man.
Yeah, a lot of you motherfuckers ain't know what it is. You just sick.
Walking around.
You just walking around here, man. It's supposed to be locked down. But you a truck driver with a goddamn torture chamber inside your fucking rig.
And happy about it.
And how many motherfuckers you think they done done?
I was gonna say that nicotine fix.
Yeah.
I know somebody personally that was like extremely sick. They came back to work, they had to come back to work and they were still smoking black while they was sick.
Yeah, that's right.
This is Isaiah 2, verse 11. The lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day.
But Esau, that day, Esau's gonna lose that God complex. You're gonna look and you're gonna realize that you are a mortal man.
Hey, because Esau, Eve got a God complex. She has a little eyes about it.
Right.
But a lot of you built your houses on sandy ground too. Yeah. Y'all had all those bastards outside of a nuclear family. Now Esau gonna collapse the dollar. You're gonna cut off food stamps. Now what you gonna do?
Hey, and in the case of Sakari, his woman had a God complex. She was telling you she needed a tip drill.
You ain't got your name saying no phone. It's Goof.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's nasty work, man.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 25, verse 24. And of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die.
Eve, man. Because of Eve, we all die.
Yeah.
Right? Because ultimately, Adam listened to her, but who made the first offense?
Eve.
It was Eve. Yeah. And the serpent knew not to take that shit out. Yeah. He knew he would have got dealt with. So what did he do? He utilized Adam's glory, which was his woman.
And what did he tell her? You will not surely die.
Yeah.
And then in what Esau, it says what? His inward thoughts, his kingdom would last forever.
That's it.
So his protege, his right hand one man, they all finna go down.
But you know what? And this is so beautiful, man, because what we love the most has and is betraying us. And when it comes to Eve, what you love the most is now beginning to betray you. And what do I mean? Your fucking hair. Because now it's been scientific research that braids and all this synthetic bullshit hair is promoting cancer, man.
Right.
So just like you, that was our glory turned on us, guess what? Your glory is turning on you. Now we can call a spade for a fucking spade.
Righteous judgment.
Now it's Eve.
Righteous judgment.
Yeah, so look. This is you have made a point how Eve basically is employed by Esau. This is Isaiah 3:12. That's for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them.
So Esau made a nation within a nation.
That's right.
He made his own Israelite nation. And what he did, he took the man out the household and put Eve as the head. And all it did was manufacture animals. It manufactured niggas and sluts. So now, what came out of that? The Glorrillas and the NBA Young Boys.
That's right. That's right. And then I know y'all heard about the local Texas rapper that was murked out on Monday. They killed that man along with his fucking daughter in a fucking car wash. But he was stupid. You've been tailed for 6 days, so why the fuck is your daughter in the car with you?
Well, like we be saying, bro,
These niggas are stupid.
these niggas live these reckless lifestyles. They get in their songs and talk crazy madness to other ops, and then think they can just live regular lives. I'm gonna go wash my car.
Right.
Come on, man. It's like, come on, man. You know?
Like Elder Manatazakba said, they have hubris. You look up the word hubris, it goes back to unjustifiable, unreasonable pride. So Jay feels that he's invincible.
That's what it is.
He's invincible.
That's what it is. You've been shot at, you done made it a couple times, you done escaped some fucking car wrecks, you know, and things of that nature. So now you just have that pride, you can't be killed.
This local rapper in Birmingham, got his name, but you know he had got shot in the head.
Yeah.
You know,
Landlord.
yeah, the landlord. You know, then he survived. And what, like a month later, he was out there with his uncle or his brother at his uncle's funeral. They beat his ass up.
Yeah.
You know. And, you know, you got Jake. You know, they be on social media. They get shot. What's that famous song that he had? I'm still alive.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm still alive.
Like you rocking it. You know.
Yeah.
But it's that Tupac shit.
That's it.
The niggas that shot me, yeah, you missed.
Yo, that nigga got a lot of blood on his fucking head.
Yeah.
I blame that nigga for everything.
Yeah.
Dear mama, that
Mama's
pushing,
boy shit.
yeah, that mama boy shit, all that shit. The drilling.
Yep.
And we know who you are, nigga. You a killed MC. And I dare anybody to combat me with this. Dear mama. Go ahead, bro. Catch up.
Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 9. Why is earth and ashes proud?
Right. Why is earth and ashes proud? Because at the end of the day, our spirits was loaned to us, man. We don't even know when we're going back home, man. So just because we have close encounters, and I'm talking about you niggas, at the end of the day, one day the Most High's gonna punch your time card. Right? So you had this nigga being tailed for 6 days straight. What would give you the pride to put your daughter inside the car with you? And as them niggas walked up on you, what did you do? Now some said that he ran away to divert the attention, but I don't know. Or was it that you realized your daughter was dead and you said fuck it? Or as they were shooting your daughter, you was like fuck it? Or maybe you was trying to divert the attention from her to you. But what's evidence was that she had no business being in the car with you, but ultimately there was judgment from the Most High on you and her.
You can't
Both of
have.
y'all was wicked.
No, I'm sorry,
My
bro.
bad, it's on you, boy.
You can't have ops and children. You in the video clip in Chicago, they got the ops daughter at the drive. He had like a Mickey D's. Like he had like a little auto, she was like 7 years old. But they pulled her out the car and she had that bubble coat on. And you know, women was around something going crazy. Yeah, she was fed up, man. They pulled that damn baby out, man. You can't have ops and kids, man. You know, you shouldn't have ops anyway, but I'm just saying.
Right, no, you right. Though.
Was your ass become a father, you a civilian, man.
Right.
Yeah, shit be telling state.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So you got these YNs, you know, they call themselves street niggas. So you call yourself a soldier, you trying to civilian life. You can't merge that.
You producing this shit.
You're a family man
time. Yeah. That's
I was just gonna make it. You know, they say you live by the sword, you die by the sword. If you living by the sword, you gotta have that sword. You can't be, as I said, you can't be around walking around.
right.
You gotta be on your toes.
What did Juvenile say back in the day? My 90s don't ride with me.
Yeah, you can't be a YN at nighttime, but you at the mall with the photo little shop with the hearts in the background with your bullshit.
Hey, was a boy. Since you said that, you had this Philadelphia basketball player. He was a YN in our school, but he was a perfect student at school. They said he had the highest grade on his test. Basketball star, but they said he killed Billy the Kid's son. But anyway, they caught that nigga slipping. I think he was he started off the car a routine school day and they lit him up.
Waiting on.
They lit him up about 7 o'clock in the morning.
They probably sitting out there 2-3 hours waiting on the day.
Hey, but
So that says soldier-like mentality, on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, right here, real quick. 2 Timothy 2:3 in the NLT. Endure suffering along with as a good soldier of the Mashiach Yahushua.
so meaning in this truth, you're supposed to have that solitary mindset on there is a team game. So how do you do it like a soldier? Go through your afflictions, your tribulations, carry your own cross. Drink it out of your own cup. That's what that is all about. So that's being a soldier in righteousness, man. But at the same time frame, we're not moving like these YNs, man. Niggas that curse out their parents, okay, hitting old people at the bus stop, robbing people, selling dope and shit. So you get what you want.
Verse 4. Soldiers don't get tied up in affairs of civilian life.
And from a spiritual sense, that means what? All your possessions be willing to leave it. Okay? When the Most High pulls that plug, unplug everything. So when he really unplugs us from the society, from a spiritual sense, it won't even affect us. Because we have disconnected from the spiritual sense. That is what Micah 2:10 is talking about.
Soldiers don't get tied up in the affairs of civilian life.
Right, but you niggas get tied up in the street shit. Right? And that's why y'all dying.
For then they cannot please the officer who enlisted them.
Right. And the officer that enlisted us too. Yahushua. Okay? He's an officer that enlisted us.
Go ahead, bro.
This Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Temptation means to be tried. You may lose a lot. You may, hell, even certain days, you may feel like you're losing yourself.
Yep.
But at the same time, you still have to have that spiritual insight to move forward, man. Because what the devil does is he plays mind games. The wiles of Satan is ultimately to program you against you. Go ahead, man.
Set thy heart aright.
Set your mind aright. Go ahead.
And consistently endure.
And that's what it's all about. We must consistently endure. Constantly. Ongoing. Go ahead, bro.
And make not haste in the time of trouble.
Right. So when trouble comes, what are we supposed to do? Be stable. Don't run to your woman. Don't run to the bottom. Don't run to nothing but to Yahweh Shem Shah. Run to a brother, man. That's what it's all about.
You made a beautiful point, man. Because a soldier, he's trained to keep his composure in battle.
Dang, you're right.
You know, the things that we've gone through, it's supposed to numb us to chaos.
Hey, Zaquan, since you said that, I think of what that spiritual basic training.
Spiritual basic training. Yeah. So when Jacob's trouble hit, man, we really supposed to be mentally ready. We're supposed to be numb to the chaos, man.
I made a beautiful point too. Like you said, brothers gonna have, well, not brothers, but niggas gonna have nicotine attacks and shit.
Yep.
You know, can't even fucking walk because you gotta smoke a cigarette.
And that's every other Jake is like a nicotine thing. Yeah, nicotine. He'll bitch without it. He bitch you without this shit.
Yeah, and if you can't go without something for 2 or 3 days, you're an addict. You're a fucking addict.
Real quick quote, ELC, this is by a quote by ELC. It says, maintaining a composed demeanor despite unfavorable circumstances is key to altering the course of events in your favor.
And how you do that? By having a cool mind, a calm mind. So shit can just go crazy, but you remain calm. You remain composed. Because what Satan does is he makes you right, you know, he makes you want to react quickly. Because when you react quickly, when you react without thinking, what happens? You make a mistake. Okay, we're in a time frame where we can't make these mistakes.
I got a quick one. 2 Timothy 1:7. For the Most High have not given us the spirit of fear,
Right.
but of power and of love and of a sound mind.
Mm-hmm. And that's what it's about, having a sound mind, being calm, being temperate, being moderate.
Yahushua used to greatest example. So his trial, just think about it, he was getting spat at, he was getting lied upon. That's something Jay hate, you know, within his flesh, especially somebody lying on the name. Right. And Yahushua, he took that, man. Yeah. You know, he's a great example. Think about the things that we got to go through, the persecution, things of that sort. Yahushua made that calm demeanor. It was so calm. We say that he marveled with it. You know, so that's the type of mindset we're supposed to be building up right now when we go through this chaos.
And then Yahushua also taught us how to what to answer, what to do when we're getting interrogated. Meaning what? You don't say nothing. You niggas be wanting your mama, you be wanting this and that, you be talking. Yahushua didn't say nothing.
He said not a word.
Not a word.
You get molded through solitude, man.
Yeah, bro.
2-3 years in this truth, you're not the same man you was before you came into the truth.
So, yeah, we always love solitude.
That's right. That's our thing, bro.
Yeah.
Introvert means turn. Our world is in our mind. It's not the physical. It's in our mind, man.
That's a video. That's a 4 o'clock a.m.
Let's go, man.
Cleave unto him and depart not away.
How do you cleave? By opening up the scriptures, contacting a brother, by praying, by having faith, by fasting. That's what I meant, by fasting. So praying, fasting, reading, contacting a brother. These are all sources to Yahweh Shem Moshe.
That thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
That's what it's all about, getting that increase. All right, go ahead, bro.
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
Hey, at the end of the day, it's your mind. That starts with your mindset. Hey, thank y'all about Shem Moshe for tempting you. Because what? According to Hebrews, with the 12th chapter, it's evident that you are a son of the Most High. All right. Hey, even Michael Jordan said how eventually the NBA will fuck up the game. Meaning what? You're paying these kids all this money based on their potential. You know, and guess what? When you start paying them for their potential, they don't put in the hard work anymore. He said, me, Bird, and Magic Johnson, we had to earn every penny. We put in the hard work. Yeah, we got the big contracts, but Esau reversed it. And guess what now? 30 years later, the ratings of the NBA is down. You don't value nothing if you don't put in the work.
And be patient when thou art changed to a lower state.
And what does patient mean? To a lot. Going to a lower state, meaning what? You may have to downgrade. You know? Because I lost a spot before. I had to move with my brother. But the most I brought me out of, how many spots have we moved, Buzz?
I can't count them.
You know, back on you, bro.
Oh, yeah. Hey, we might as well have a moving company. Hey, but
2 million in the company.
2 million, that's right. Brothers help me move a lot too. But the point is, when you came into the truth, you can't be humiliated. Because Yahushua came on an ass, but his disciples, we're getting humiliated, man. This is riding the ass right here. Because brothers could have had good careers, good jobs, but we've all downgraded when we came into the truth. Our status has downgraded since we came into the truth, man. So the world doesn't look at us like we on that level, man. Especially on a job, the world insists that you ain't shit. Just in your day-to-day life, man. But just remember, it's a humiliation ritual, man.
And this Sirach 2 also within the GNT. Sirach 2 and 4. It says, so whatever happens to you, even if you suffer humiliation, be patient. Gold is tested by fire, and human character is tested in the furnace of humiliation.
That shows the Most High your integrity. And integrity goes into what? Your innocence. So our allegiance is to go through any and everything to get to the king. That's right.
Take it on the chin, man.
Yeah, just having that inwardly thought, like wherever you're going through, all this shit is temporal.
Yeah.
And you compare the temporal things unto everlasting. Right. It's not gonna be able to be comparable.
And we see it's the end.
Yeah.
So let go of your fucking ego, man. Take it on the chin.
The scripture tells us, let go of the mortal thoughts.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, this is Acts chapter 14, in verse 22 in the Good News translation. Had to cop one of these. All right, this is Acts chapter 14, verse 22. They strengthened the believers and encouraged them to remain true to the faith, for we must pass through many troubles to enter into the kingdom of the Heavenly Father.
And those troubles could go into what? Straits, positions of difficulties, man.
Hey, I know that scripture, exhorting the souls of disciples to earnestly continue the faith that we must in much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh, man. Yeah. Hey, much tribulation, or the Good News translation, much troubles, man. Chronic pain, financial troubles, death of a family member, sicknesses, woman issues, job loss, not having a woman, car trouble, you know. Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble. And you see, they put the mayor on the news for a fucking scandal. The Jackson mayor. They got FBI footage of this nigga like on a yacht.
And then this nigga still trying to run for mayor.
Yeah.
My ego.
But the thing I got in my mind is like, shit. If they got hidden FBI footage of this guy, you don't think they got hidden FBI footage of us? Y'all might as well pose for these niggas, man.
That's wild, man.
I'm gonna be fresh as hell if the fans watching.
Yeah, I'm smiling my bucks up.
But we know it's in the scriptures. There's a lot.
The mayor, like you said, that's a nigga for this system.
Yeah, he's for the system.
Here we are, we going against it. We strongholds. We're like enemies of Rome.
And we already trees. And Nero already, cause look, they at least give Nero the order. And they give him, and then he comes out with a random fucking decree. Nero. Like, so now he's coming out talking about we should have speedily execution, public execution.
I want them off the streets. They gotta get off the streets.
Yeah.
Off the street, all those Hebrew like get them off the streets.
And, and there's something too, because the average Jake is a gangbanger. So you talking about getting all these people that are in gangs, what I'm saying, and put them on death row, or just bring back the fire squad, So Jacob's trouble gonna be heavy for the tribes, man.
As like I say this, and guess what? Hey, and although it's mainly targeting us, you other nations gonna be affected as well.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna be affected too.
They right in the thick of Jake. They in Jake neighborhood.
That's right, bro.
They were caught up, man.
But the spirit, hey, this is what I believe. Esau was manufacturing bait. See, Esau has something called canned hunting. And it's like shoot fish in a barrel. It's easy to kill. What happens is he'll go to, say, South Africa, and he have Edomites that own land in South Africa. They own lion reserves. They breed lions just to hunt them. And it's an easy hunting method. So Esau will leave Europe and go to Africa to get an easy kill. With this YN culture, as my people, children out there, oppressors, women rule on them, he's manufacturing YNs. The YN is going to be the new prey. So when he brings the firing squad, when he brings these fucking robots, Jacob's going to be open prey to these niggas, man. That's Esau's Frankenstein. That's his monster. The niggas in Keisha, you gonna see, they're gonna be laid out like roadkill, man.
It's a spirit called Apostle Khan. He said how you see, you can go on social media, on YouTube, how they painting an image right now. Yeah. That perception of Eve. They be arguing with the police and stuff like that.
It's a problem.
Yeah. It was this Edomite. He said he was talking to his neighbor, man, and I probably seen this video a couple months ago, but nevertheless, he was having a conversation with his neighbor about when society collapsed. His neighbor was like, he can't wait because he got a lot of people he want to kill. So and the way his neighbor was talking, he kind of freaked him out because he wasn't expecting this guy. He'd been living by this all this time with how that type of mindset.
Hey, good old boys. Hey, tell you. I don't have to tell you. Watch out for these damn Edomites, man. The Edomite guys, the Edomite men, they're snakes, man. All right, like the real Edomites, it ain't no such thing as a friendly Edomite, man. Watch them motherfuckers, man, because they got two faces. An Edomite has two faces, man. And no matter what you do or don't do, they hate your ass.
And everything they know about you is gonna be their intel.
Yep, it's their intel, man.
To come on you.
They some real fucking serpents, man.
And Kevin's Bacon's character off of Leave the World Behind, he showed you that.
Yeah.
When Jake and old dude
came to the crib.
Yeah, came to the crib to get medicine for his son. He you saying, like that neighboring type of spirit. And that's the old days, man.
Shit over.
Yeah, so it's like a dog eat dog mentality is gonna be, growing up out here.
Cause you look at it now, man. Salak, bro. How many people really just deal with their neighbors like they used to back in the day? They don't deal with it because it's no trust, man. Nobody feel that they can trust nobody. It's all a thought of betrayal, man, or some backstabbing or some slash shit happening. And and it might not be just no combative beef like that, but it's still that barrier of I don't know, you don't trust you.
Yeah. I heard what Alex Jones said a while back. He was talking about, man, like society collapse, he gonna eat y'all ass. He was like, I'm not gonna allow my daughter to starve. Paraphrasing what he said.
They're gonna chop y'all up, put you in that crock pot, put that boiled salt on your head.
And he ain't said nothing about catching the deer, going fishing.
Right.
He skipped right to the human.
Yeah. He didn't want to do this shit.
Yeah.
That's a fish in the cake.
That's shoot fish in the middle. Let's go, bro.
All right, this is Revelation chapter 7, and verse 13. Which this is going into the great multitude. Once again, this is out of the Good News translation. One of the elders asked me, "Who are these people dressed in white robes, and where do they come from?" "I don't know, sir. You do," I answered. He said to me,
Can I say something more? How do you know that these are Israelites? Hence, white robes. A sign of what? Purity.
Right.
Innocence. Just add this point.
I remember also, Elder Yashwambi went into it, speaking about how the elect don't see those new bodies, But first, we being purified, but, also we don't see those new bodies, All right, 2 Ezra 7, and I'll read 13 again. One of the elders asked me, "Who are these people dressed in white robes, and where do they come from?" "I don't know, sir. You do," I answered. He said to me, "These are the people who have come safely through the terrible persecution."
That's really going to the 144,000.
Right, there's motherfucking right, bro.
You know what I'm saying? That's going to the 144,000. Remember in Matthew 19 and 27, Peter said, "We have forsaken all. What will we get in return?" So that's what it's all about, the graduation phase right there.
The commencement ceremony.
The commencement, man. So that's what we do this for. That's the reason why we do what we do, build the spirit, man, because we want to see that day and no longer this day.
These are the people who have come safely through the terrible persecution.
Meaning what? Yahushua rescued them. The elect was saved in the nick of time. Scarcity goes into in the nick of time.
And we gonna be saved in those fucking camps too, man.
That's right.
But those, because a brother go missing. You ain't heard from a brother in 3 days. He most likely got picked up, man.
Yeah.
But the Most High with that brother, man.
Right.
And the Most High with us, man.
Yeah.
This ain't time for us to lose. It's time for us to win.
Right.
And even if you go out as a martyr, your nation won, man, and you still won, man.
Yeah, you coming back first class.
Yeah. And you're not gonna have to go through reincarnation, either,
Nah.
man. First
It's
class,
a win-win.
up in the sky, yeah.
It's a win-win.
Yeah. You said you're the precept, bro?
I got a quick definition going into what Israel is seeing, what they call a coronation. It says a coronation is a ceremony that marks the formal investure of a monarch with their regal power. It involves placing a crown on the monarch's head and presenting them with the ceremonial objects, which is the scepter, and their staff.
Wow.
So back in Revelation 7 and 14, "I don't know, sir. You do," I answered. He said to me, "These are the people who have come safely through the terrible persecution. They have washed their robes and made them white with the blood of the Lamb."
Hey, and for the most part, we're gonna be Job 5, man. We're gonna be laughing when that bullshit comes. We're gonna be it's gonna be a good time, man. Because the transition of the kingdom. Like something that me and Elder Tazwell will say, it's time for the good guys to win. But anybody got any closing precepts, statements? Hey.
I mean, our Lord won, he already won, you know what I'm saying?
Like last month.
I'm joking.
We about to win.
About to win.
Hey, 144, we up, man. All right, but with that, we hope you brothers and sisters edified. Once again, we want to give our honor word to
Yahweh Shem Yahushua B'Shem Hakudash.
Double underscore Elder Pastor, Elder Bishop, and Great Minister of the world. Peace and blessings to the brothers to the house of the elect. Abba,
Abba. Come here,
Shalom. A Bible ball.
Bob Ball. Bob Ball.
Yeah. Bible ball.
Body.